Well, good afternoon. I think the cough is a part of it at this point because as much as I try to like get my coughs out and shit before I start, I always manage to cough. Um, as soon as I start, even if it's not like a full or like a real cough, I too on a time. Give me just a second, Jesus, because we're already calling in them spirits, bitch. Okay, so the other day, 3-3. The other day, 6-1, I said that there was the energy of, oh, this is also June 3rd at 12:05. It's noon. It's noon. Noon. Anyways, I said that the energy of death could possibly be around you and circulating, yada, yada, yada. Bitch. Let's see, when was it? I said it on 6-1, right? So, 6-1, right? On Monday, 6-1, I did a reading at like 10 o'clock, 10:30ish. And I was like, bro, the energy of death might be around you, da 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 da, 147, so 111. The energy of death might be around you, da da da, right? So after I did that reading, I stayed up all fucking night, all night long, all night. Literally, I stayed up and did shit that I needed to do and like got caught up on shit. I was literally moving energy around and praying and like whatever popped in my mind, I let it run its course and did the thing like literally meditation in motion. So I need to touch something. Uh, um, my magic wand here with Merlin on it, and I was just looking at this deck the other day. But anyways, uh, confirmation. Cause I was doubting it, but okay. So dragons and sea dragons are significant. Anyways, after I did that reading at like 10:30 that night on 6-1 Monday, I stayed up all fucking night, and was like doing shit that I needed to get caught up on. I was moving energy, right? Bitch. To the point to where I was up when the sun was coming up. And literally, as I fell asleep, the sun was coming up. Literally, right? I only had a couple out, like an hour or so before I needed to get up with the kids, anyways. And then they let me sleep or whatever. Thank you, 314. So tell me why my mom, I fall asleep at like 5, right? My mom messages me at on Tuesday, the morning after, at 8:55, mind you. 8:55. That's significant for me. 336. Hey, Dad. That's significant for me because my birthday is 108, and so that's 810. So it's like backwards, but whatever. Still 9. Like a personal completion, in my opinion. Anyways, she messaged me and was like, "Good morning. Yeah, Grace, my aunt, passed last night. Tell me why." Also, Monday, I was under the assumption that Chevy had awards on Tuesday, that Chevy's award ceremony was on Tuesday, and her graduation was on Friday, right? So I picked out a nice black dress with a pink cover because I didn't want to be too extra. I wanted to be, professional, but still me. I fucking picked out funeral clothes before my aunt died. Literally picked out funeral clothes before my aunt died. Mind you, I had been feeling that my aunt was going to pass for months. Months. I ain't said shit to nobody because, that's a tough thing to say, 454 and 456. I had been feeling it for months to the point where I was Mm-hmm. 121. Uh, so 12 and then 1010 because it's 1210 and then I have 82% on my battery. Um, it's like also, and I see 5G, like my 515, my energy is on 5G. My internet is on 5G, but that's giving me like the change is completed because it's 5 and then 8 to 10. But then that's also, I'm getting the energy of 8 individually and 2, like a personal metamorphosis, like a completion, 8 with that lemon scale. I don't know, like a up the spiral type thing. Anyways, sorry, channeling. Huh, it's going fast. Anyways, I picked out funeral clothes before I even like everything on Monday that I was doing was literally leading up to the death of my aunt, 555, and like crazy shit. Like it blew my mind. So we're gonna do a reading about that. About that. 612. I wanted to do a reading about what she wanted to say, honestly. Um, so yeah. Uh, but for some reason, this dragon deck is significant. I don't know if she had any ties to dragons, but wow, that's crazy for the first two cards to come out is death, as I'm talking about my aunt's death, and path. I swear to God, and I say this because in the weeks leading up, the days leading up to her death, she had been talking, but she wasn't talking to people in the room, if you feel me. And I told my mom, I was like, bro, she's talking to her mama and her man on the other side, 7107. Hey, literally, she's talking to her man, 711 info, on the other side. I was like, they're like coaching 717. Hey, grandpa, coaching her through this shit. Like literally, 721, 777, like literally a completed cycle. This shit is great. Grace, you're a talkative bitch. 727, like she was not this talkative, or maybe she was when she was live, but like low key, we had a like she was very stern. Like, and I'll get into that shit in just a little bit. 737, like this is very wild, very active. But nonetheless, I told my mom because her husband died like a couple years ago, 747, and I was like, bro, I told my mom in the days leading up, I was like, she's talking to her man, Tio, uncle, um, and so something about Spanish, Santa Muerta. Damn, she's weird. Anyways, that's because I was wondering what deck, because I was going to use my regular ancestral deck, but I thought it was in this because it used to be in this deck, in this one, but it's now in this one, which lets me know I need to move it back. See, I need to move it back because what the fuck? What the fuck is all this? There's a lot of, but I told my mom, I was like, she's talking to her man, getting ready to come over. Like, they're talking her, coaching her through this shit. 12, 12, 12, 13. I was like, they're getting her ready to pass. Like, it's just crazy. So for this two cards to be coming out, Death and Path, with the, I'm assuming male and female, universe, bitch, get out. 848. And gratitude. Tell me that's not ascension. Like, that gives, like, 858, like, she's with her man now. Like, she's taken care of. Like, she's done ascended past. Like, she's in the spirit realm. Like, that's what I'm getting from this 909. And I saw 906. So it's like, literally the as above, so below, bitch. I'll scream. 919, like that, her being the 9, me being the 6, picking up on her frequency. 921. That's so cute. Well, hey, Aunt Grace. And no, I didn't ask permission from her kids to do this shit. And if they see this, hey, cousins. Um, we offer peace. 936. Um, sorry. If you want me to take it down, I will. But until you say something, I'm not going to take it down. 944. Avalon, bitch. Let's go to another one and get some cards out, okay? Because this is fun. Alright, so we're chilling with my Auntie Grace, who clearly is really tapped in to some shit. So, okay, bye. I can't remember if my auntie smoked, but something about smoking or not smoking. Something about that. And also, if I didn't say it already, Merlin and dragons. Like, I think my auntie was more of a spiritual lady than I realized. Like I said, we was not. She lived in another state. She would come in every now and again. And one of the things that I remember the most about her, one of the things that was like, I guess, foundational 29 to our relationship, and I guess that's the end of this, because like here we are building a new relationship apparently. Um, 37:10, so yeah, 40. Okay, hey. Anyways, um, once upon a time, my auntie Grace came to visit for the summer. At the time, my cousin David was living at my grandma's house, which was down the hill from my house, like literally down the hill. Like you could see it, like it was in the yard essentially. You know how hollers are. So I went down to see my cousins this morning as breakfast, and honestly, I don't think there was anything to eat in the house. I don't know, but nonetheless, I go down there. It's breakfast time, morning time, and I see a box of like rice, Reese's Puffs. Oh no, it was Captain Crunch. It's Captain Crunch or Reese's Puffs, one of the two. But I know she brought cereal in with her because that was one of the things that she did was brought food with her, right? Because you know that's 141, 143, and 144. I guess that's a black thing, you know, slavery days and segregation days. Now that I think about it, thank you for tuning that in. That's a black thing because I literally do the same shit. If I'm going anywhere, even if it's just on a car ride to Walmart, I will pack snacks. So like that's ingrained in black folks too. Okay, we don't have to do that no more because we can literally stop at fast food restaurants and get served. Anyways, damn, she talks fast. Woo, girl. Anyways, so there's a lot of fast moving energy. I guess she had a lot to say. 216. Hey, girl. Anyways, so I go down there in the morning time and I decide that I'm gonna eat a bowl of cereal. And boy, I don't even know if I got the cereal in the bowl. And she was like, don't you fucking dare. And like, stop me, 234, dead in my tracks from eating that fucking cereal. And I was like, that shit shook me, obviously. And I feel it shit in my chest. And I guess she feels bad for it. But like, honestly, we didn't have nothing to eat at the house. I wouldn't have been eating your shit if I had something to eat at the house. And damn, like, the heart chakra awakenings, 252, like the activations, that kind of hurts. I want to cry about that now. But like, yeah, we didn't have nothing to eat, so like, I was going down there to eat. Like, if I had any other choice, I would have. So yeah, that was. But nonetheless, outside of that, my memories of Auntie Grace was she was stern. She was like not stern, but like she was stern. She ain't taking no fucking mess at all, at all, at all, at all, at all. And like, I don't have very many memories of her, but other than the cereal memory, so it's like, and anytime I talked to her, she was always like, I don't want to say chastising me, but like low key sterning me and chastising me, correcting me. Um, yeah, she was funny and she could cut up, but mostly she was like stern from what I know of her. 353 kind of makes me sad. Like I feel like I want to cry because I didn't really know her. Um, I mean, of course I wanted to, but like my mom is okay, antisocial. That's the best way to put it. She is very um if she was go she don't want to be visited on the fly, and she doesn't want to visit anyone on the fly. Like if she's gonna visit anybody or whatever, she wants to have a heads up. And I totally get it because I'm like the same way. But also, you know, it's I see how that's something that I get from her. 448. I'm gonna send this. Uh, oops. So sending messages back and forth, and that's funny because this is 458 and 459. 5. This is giving me that confirmation that we are communicating back and forth. Um, so yeah. But I don't know, there's a sadness here because I didn't know her. And it's almost like I missed out on a part of her because I didn't know her. And maybe that's her feeling that sadness because she didn't really understand me and she didn't really understand what was going on and how shit was at the house because it was tough. It was tough, honest to God, it was tough. Like my mom, even though she worked so fucking much, she spent that shit on stupid shit. I'm being so for real. She spent that shit on like clothes, like and it's funny. My foot hit this. The wellness was not there. The wellness was on the floor. Like she didn't spend that shit on the actual real thing, you know. And it's 555. It's funny I said it's 556, but it's whatever. And 558. But anyways, but it's funny I say that because like now here's a fucking ink pen. So there's something about writing, and expressing yourself, and bears. Because this is a bear pen, and there's many layers of this. It breaks apart, or no, this one doesn't break apart. There's one that does break. This one doesn't break apart, but there's one that does break apart. So that's significant. Anyways, and okay, this is nice and fugitive. Anyways, but it's like she didn't really know how it was at the house, and my mom was not the one who really told what was going on at the house. My mom's biggest thing, 639, was what's going on in this house, better fucking stay in this house. So like we had to wear the facade of everything was okay, even when shit wasn't. I mean, hence me being in therapy now, telling this motherfucker shit that he's like I got my 656. I got my therapist's jaw on the drop, literally. Jaw dropped almost 90% of the time that I'm like talking to him and shit. 707. And it's like nobody would know unless they heard, and I'm the only one who's saying anything. Like you can see it 717, you can see it on them. But as far as them saying, hey, yeah, this shit is whack and this shit was always whack, I ain't gonna say that. Because to say that would make mom look bad, and that is the number one rule of the family. We must never make Hazel look bad. And like, y'all hear me talk shit about my mom, but like, I do love her. I do. Like, she held it down. She did what she could. But honestly, she fucking dropped the ball on me. Hence why now I'm having to fight for fucking my health 20, 30 years later. Fight for my fucking rights as a damn chronically ill and disabled person. And it's like, how can I prove that I've been fucking sick my whole life when my mom never took me to the fucking doctor, when she never took any of my fucking symptoms for real? When she said, I thought you was joking. Bitch, you thought I was joking about not knowing where I was? Several times. 818. I told you several times that I was having gaps in my memory and couldn't remember shit. And you laughed and joked it off. Like, what the fuck? And granted, I could say that's cultural shit because black people and like the medical system and da da da. But also, where was the advocacy for me outside of that? Where was that separate thinking of 844 of like, hey, I got 848. I got to do what's right for my kid. Hold on a second. Okay, 853 when I unpause it. But it's like that frustration of like, I can't help what I couldn't control, you know. And I guess I feel like that's a thing that she's saying, like, in terms of knowing me and knowing my sister, I can't help what I couldn't control. Especially in terms of her dying. Because, like, she went into the hospital walking fine, great. Okay, you know, granted she had like pneumonia, but they had denied her a couple of times. Like they had denied her and saying that she was fine. And then like they didn't, it was, yeah, literally. But then they didn't do anything until it was like really fucking bad. And then when she finally they took her in, she was really fucking bad. Then she ended up getting a fucking bed sore. And then by the time she left that fucking hospital, she couldn't fucking walk. Like she went in one person and then left completely fucked up. Like all these things just compounded onto her at once, and it was just like, damn, you know. And then, like, she got kinda better, and then her kids were taking care of her, and it was just like all these shits just like, and so finally, like, they just was like, she has this bed sore, had this bed sore that was to her fucking spine, right? And they finally sent her home and was like, yep, okay, we're sending you home to die. And that's what the fuck she did, like, barely a week later, right? Let's go to another. I'm over 10. Part like 3, I think. Channeling my Aunt Grace and her passing over after I low key was like, go to part 1, you'll see. Like, cause literally I was channeling her death and unconsciously, if you will. Um, and it was wild. But I've been noticing that I do that anyways, that I'll channel bodily before something actually happens. Thank you. 29. Number 29 is really significant. Yes, it's 11, but still. And I'm also coming to grips and accepting the fact that I am a death doula. Um, it's either the fact that it comes in certain ways. Um, and it's not necessarily like death dueling, like I'm not, this is not me saying I'm taught or I got the certification or anything. This is more of a, you just gotta take my word for it type shit. Um, Things, people, whatever, come to me when they are on the brink of metamorphosis, 111 and 112, and all the other ones. Um, that can be either transitioning to the other side or transitioning either up or down in life. I've noticed this. And I've especially noticed it with animals. That's been a real big thing. Like the possum, the original possum that the second possum was laid on over top of. The original possum was coming to my house and was eating the cat food. I was cool with it, but honestly, it started to become a problem because, yep, because it was dropping ticks and shit, and that's not good for me, my kids, the cats, to nothing. It was not good, and it was just not a good thing. And one night it was out there, and I was just like honestly fed up with it, and I was like, bro, just go and get. I was like, just go and get. Like, I'm done with it. I fed you enough. Now you're starting to become a problem. 216. And honestly, literally, and that's something about this male and female life and death in each hand, holding life and death. Okay, I wasn't trying to do that, and then my headphone clicked 232 and 234. But nonetheless, I said, go and get. And I told her, I was like, I'm glad, and I said my goodbyes, and I swear to you, swear to God, that son bitch left my porch, walked across the road, and it didn't even make it across the road before it got hit, literally. Like, it literally got hit as it was leaving my house. And I was like, in my stomach, 303 is pain. My solar plexus is paining. And there's been many deaths that I have either channeled or uh, predicted after the fact. Like, when I was a kid, I don't know what the fuck it was, but nonetheless, I told my mom, I asked my mom, I was like, did my grandpa die of, I had this vision of my grandpa having 3 arrows in his heart, 333 and 334 and 336. I had this vision of my grandpa having arrows in his heart and his chest, and I was like, did my grandpa die of arrows in his chest, 343 and 345? And she was like, no, but he did have a heart attack, and that ended up killing him. And I was like, okay, okay. And other instances like that, and like people I cared about. Hell, I was at a birthday party of someone that I cared about, and I was like, bro, they're about to DIY. They're about to get on up out. And no, it was not a physical transition into spirit, but it was a decline in the physical. Like their life went downhill. They went straight into the opportunity to metamorphosize. Like they wouldn't. I mean, they didn't physically die, but they didn't physically transition into spirit, but they sure they'll transition 444. You know. So, but it's been like that with me, and um, the deer that I was raising 456. You know, right. Okay, so one of the deer that I'd raised last summer, 505. It had been out here in the yard, and nonetheless, it had got hit. And nonetheless, Raylan, 505, was out. It had gotten hit, and it was it was transitioning into the next life at the bus stop where Raylan stands. Raylan did not come get me. Raylan did not say nothing. Raylan didn't tell me about this until after she had come home from school. So she had stood out there all morning till the bus came with a deer that was transitioning. And I told her then, I said, honey, you are also 505, 555 and 505. You also got that gift. Like, there's been, and because I've been talking to Santa Martha about it, because, like, why? And I think, why? Like, why choose me? Why choose me? But I think it's because I'm not afraid, 6'11". I'm not afraid of her. Because, like, I tried to wake my grandma up at 2 years old, and she's in her casket. When my Auntie Tawana died, I was pregnant, didn't know. Um, it's almost like that was her gift for me because Raylan, God bless America, that is Tawana incarnate. Like she reminds me so much of Tawana, 633. And also 639. I touched Tawana's hand. I touched her. Ain't nobody else touch her, and nobody else would be like, "Let me touch this dead body," you know. But I wasn't afraid to. I wanted to hold my auntie's hand, feel my auntie's hand one last time, even though it wasn't what I was expecting as I see myself, you know, and even with Paul, like there's been so much death around me. My dad, my Tawana, my aunties, um, all these, my auntie Barbara, my uncle Dan, if I did, hell, Paul, like all these motherfuckers, you know, and they all encapsulate my spirit team, my personal spirit team, you know, 727. Um, and it's like I showed no fear in the face of death several times, even when it come to Paul. Like at first, I showed shock. Hell yeah, I was shocked as fuck. Cause like, what the fuck? I was just looking at you. We was just talking. Like, yeah, it wasn't the greatest, but like, what the fuck? You know, life and death, in the hands. And I, even with Paul, like I remember his face etched into my brain for so long to the point where I couldn't sleep, and I was just talking to him, telling him how sorry I was, and that was before I even was consciously like I knew I had gifts, but like I was still suppressing them because I was not in a safe environment, but like I was still doing it internally, and it was just like almost like, and now I realize it was because he had stuff to say, and he said what he said, and that it was not his doing, that he didn't do that shit. 835, that he didn't do that shit and that it was done to him. Finally, it's told. Okay. 848. I think that's the first time I've said that on camera. Not the first time I've said it out loud. Throat chakra. See how that's just 858 trying to get suppressed? But you know, son did it. I don't know if you could hear that, but that was my dog whining 909. And if you're here from OG, that's one of our synchronicities is dog barking type shit. Now I feel awkward. I feel like the elephant is just like standing in the room munching on some peanuts. So popcorn might be significant. Popcorn and peanuts, like carnival and movie theater type shit. I got a feeling in my belly that's like a pit, but not a pit. Okay, let's go to another one. And I guess we're just channeling. We might get some cards out. Who knows? I'm scratching my thigh. Itching is significant. So it's almost like we're getting closer to the root of the thing. I guess we're just channeling all my Passover homies because, like, we started out channeling Grace and here we are with Paul. Okay, bye. Okay. Um, I don't even know if I can part this is. This is part whatever the hell. We're just channeling and chopping it up. 11 on the time. So what cards now? Hold on. I'm just, we chopping it up. I mean, new babies might be significant. Uh, I don't know why I'm like, I typically pause to answer, like if I get messages, but like, I don't know. So there's something about being just like open and like, I don't give a fuck about the time. Like I do give about it crossing 10, but like, cause that's just revelation. Oh shit. Stop. Pause. Don't do that, Paul. Cause I know that was your ass. Bitch. If you've been here through this whole shit, that last one, I was just talking about 1, 2, 3. I was just talking about how Paul's logging out of the game was not of his doing, but more of a confirmation, a forced logging out. 141 confirmation. Jesus Christ, 143, 144, a forced logging out by his son and made to look as though it was more of a self thing rather than a not self thing, if you get me, right? And then to crack to Revelation, and then to have it there again on the bottom. Because I said in the last one that it wasn't that it that he didn't do it, and that he's saying that he didn't do it, and that damn, them dogs is confirming the shit 232 and 234. God, now just it's that uncomfortability because like that was one of them things that for the longest time I thought that he had done it himself, and I honestly did and didn't because like what the fuck, like this it just didn't make sense. But now to like finally like I had accepted it that it was not a self thing beforehand, but to finally say it out loud on camera that 304, there's something that is very activating about that. It's almost like the truth is finally out there. And the fact that my regular show, my original OG regular show, look at that. The fact that I wanted to wear and the fact that I'm going to go off on a tangent on this shirt. The regular show is my favorite show outside of Adventure Time. This shirt is from the original series, like first season when the merchandise first started popping, first was at Hot Topic. This is 2010-esque, 2010, 11, 12, 13-esque, right? I think I got it when I was in college. I've had it since. I had been thinking, I had there's a pink shirt and a purple shirt, but I just wore the pink shirt. It says Girl Power with the fantastic, it has Marvel superhero women on it, and it says anything boys can do, girls can do better. I just wore it not too long ago, so maybe those readings are significant because I did readings in it. Pink shirt. Uh, anyways, and I had been having it in my mind, seeing the shirt in my mind for the longest time, but I could not remember what the fuck was the imagery that was on it. And it's like I knew I wanted to wear this shirt, and I was like, okay, I'll wear this shirt. I'll wear that purple shirt today. And so when I pulled it out and saw that it was a regular show shirt from the first fucking season, I was like, serious, like I was like 440. I was like, hell yeah, thank you, Lord. Like this is 444. This is a relic. This is a blast, literally from the past. It's like this shit's coming back in. And like it's all coming in now because if you know this episode, this is like the first episode 456 where they were trying to convince Benson here to give, where Mordecai and Rigby were trying to convince Benson to give them a raise, and they were using this magical ass keyboard that Rigby has stole from a fucking wizard while he was taking a piss in the bushes at the park 515. Rigby had stole this keyboard, and they were going to use this keyboard to hambone and convince Benson to give them a raise so that they could fix the fucking wall from where they had been wrestling and broke the wall. So wrestling is significant. Hamboning, keyboards, like touching your body, proprioception, your body. And it's like even this, like this is like them being, honestly, they were in another dimension and now they're being brought back into, no, this is where they're going into the nether dimension. Literally, because they still have the keyboard. Because when they got back from the other dimension, Benson broke the fucking keyboard and was like, no more. No more. You can't go back to that other dimension. And the fact that this shirt right here immortalizes that in-between moment of leaving the physical and entering the spirit right here, this point, literally this point. Damn. Anyways, I just couldn't believe Paul had done that to himself. And so to say it out loud is this moment right here, is this freeing, like his truth is finally being told. Because like the vision of how I saw his face was etched into my brain for a very long time. Even now, like I still see it. But I realize now how I last saw him is because there was still a truth to be told. But it's like now, even as I'm saying that, 717, close, 714, 717. But even as I'm like saying it and getting through it, it's like the vision of him is changing. Like I'm almost seeing him in another way, like in other ways that I've seen him in happier ways. So yeah, gratitude. Like I'm seeing the moments of gratitude that I have with him, the reflects, the times, because I'm seeing myself, the times where I could see me and him and me, and like all the times that we had so much fun. 757, and it was 756, and it reminded me of 567. Like, cause we had fun, and there for the longest time, it was like I knew he was my soulmate on a platonic level. Like that was my best friend. Like we literally did everything together. We like 818. We had so much in common, and like even though Denny was toxic, we loved the hell out of that man and wanted the best for him and did everything that we could to help him. One was taken. Paul was taken, and I was left. Revelation again, bitch. And I have felt that water chalice, Ace of Cup. I have felt that, and this is gonna sound real selfish, but hear me out. I felt that if it wasn't Paul that night, that it was gonna be me eventually. And I am and have expressed my gratitude towards him for his sacrifice. Because had he have not, divine order, wow, that's bonkers. because had he had not passed that night, who knows, you know. So Merlin, and under that is expression. I'm gonna call it right there so I can see what this baby wants. I'll be back in just a. I tell you what, these dormant aspects of me channeling my past over loved ones is surely, thank you, Calvin, is surely coming out. Ace of Cups, but this is Ace of Air Chalice. Like, this is like third eye type crown shit. I'll catch y'all on another one. Babies are definitely significant in this because I went out. Because I went out to the living room expecting, because I put the baby gate up because I know Tara can get across it. Right, I put the baby gate up and the curtain down, just in case. So I go to the living room to check just to see what she do. Earth Chalice. Tell me why it's both of them in there whispering. So thinking it was one, but it's really two. 4-4. What we got to say using these cards outside of everything we've said so far? And I even heard, do we even need the cards? 101. Okay, 2. And you know what? We're channeling my Aunt Grace and Paul, right? Apparently. Paul decided he wanted to tag in too. And I guess fuck. And I guess that's why thank you, Ocean. And I guess that's why we have Merlin out here. Because Paul had he was really wise, honestly. And he had a white beard and white hair, and he gave like Merlin vibes. And they did have like ties to like the round table and shit like that. The two cards that came out are peace and death. Peace and death. That lets me know that, for one, their deaths were a part of the divine order, obviously, but their deaths were peaceful, welcoming, because they both, there we go, thank you, because they both had loved ones waiting for them on the other side. Paul had 234, Paul had Doreen, and Grace had Tio. Paul also had PJ, Paul Jr., waiting on him too. And if I'm not mistaken, Grace might have had a baby or so waiting on her on the other side. So it's like the reuniting of of families on the other side. 257, so 212, 212. It's like 301. Of it's like the building of a community in the spirit realm, and I'm being drawn back to the companions card. It's like now your spirit team is all together. Now it's like all the pieces of the puzzle are finally the puzzle's together, as a matter of fact. But thank you, because now I'm being brought back to that TikTok ad I saw on Facebook, and it was of a puzzle vase being put together. It's like now that chalice, that earth chalice, now this vessel, me, is fully complete. Confirmation, baby Holland. That's one of my, okay. And it's something here about the masculine energy, about me taking um, action using my masculine energy to do this, because this is Even though it was and see, I was grasping for my feminine wand. I was grasping for my feminine energy, but it's like I'm using my masculine energy to create, using my feminine vision, using my feminine energy. It's like what my feminine energy desires, envisions, feels. It is being brought forth using my masculine energy. And that's reminding me, 444, about how they were both, Paul and Grace were both ready to stop, okay, the rat race. They were ready to transition into the next level, the next plane. Thank you, Sophie. They were ready to see the loved ones and to be reunited, to be, it's like they had another calling, another something that they had to do, because them leaving activated is activating, like on Grace, with Grace, her leaving is activating her children that are still here. And Paul leaving activated me and Danny, and it spurred, like, it's them leaving spurred us on a whole new cycle, another revolution of establishing stability, establishing relationships, establishing a new identity, because I'm feeling activations. It's like at the top of the bottom, it's like my root and my sacral. It's like you had to find a new emotional center and also a new foundational center outside of their absence, outside of their transition. There's something here in front of me, almost like a box. Then it's like I'm getting the vision of my makeup bag, but it's like it's a container here that's waiting to be unzipped, unfolded, like something's wanting to come up out of there, and I'm feeling a lot of activations in my sacral. Hold on, 636. Woo, 639. That was a deep channel. I don't even remember what the fuck I was saying. Okay. Um, let's get some tarot out now. Oh, but the box. So something's waiting to come up out the box. 654. It's almost time. It's almost ready. Like, we're at the unzipping part. It's just now waiting on the stuff to come about. And I'm feeling a lot in my sacral. It's like a gift. It's like they have a gift. And I was seeing the dormant aspects card in my mind. And it's reminding me of me, honestly, 729, because like I know that I can channel spirits. It's just something that I don't actively do for people because like that's risky, you know. Like I did a reading, 747. I did a reading for somebody I met off TikTok, 752, and some grandma energy was coming in. I think Josephine, and I even told them like, hey, take what resonates, leave what don't, because like people just be coming in sometimes. 808. Or it might not resonate for you right now. But nonetheless, I sent him the reading. Didn't get my payment. Like I didn't, because I was like, okay, this is the homie, whatever. Nonetheless, old boy ghosted the fuck out of me over that. Like I sent him the reading, gave him time to like to process, checked on him, ghosted me, deleted me off of every fucking thing, blocked me to the email after I sent an email, blocked 844, blocked me down to the email, blocked me on Snapchat, 848, blocked me. And when I finally caught back up to him, no, he before he could block me on Snapchat or something, like something. I ended up finding him 858, finding him again on Snapchat, and was like, He was like, bro, no, it was spot on. Da 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 da. I just, and like literally have not heard a word from him since 919. And like, I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to, but like, she had shit that she wanted to say to him 929. And um, like other people that I know that have passed that were close to me in my youth have come in. And it's like, I want to, it's like, I'll say their name, but like, as far as like, unless someone asks me, hey, will you channel? I'm not. But like this one, I guess I just felt called to, like, like a practice. I don't know, I just felt called to. So let's go to another one. Something about it's okay to make a mess just as long as you clean it up. Ten of Wands. So we have death and we have peace, and we have Ten of Wands to the Four of Wands. And from Ten of Wands to Four of Wands is Six of Wands, which is victory, which is peace. It's like that's giving me the energy of now having the peace, like now that you've put the burden down and have accepted your destiny, your calling. Look at my refrigerator door open. You can finally rest in this new stability that you've built for yourself. Pause, little kitty. Give me just a second. Let mommy finish working. Go on, get, okay? Hold on one second. It's like, now you got the refreshment that you always wanted. Uh-huh. That's real cold water. Uh-huh. She wanted something to drink when she got real cold water. 808. That's real refreshing. Go on, get. Yeah. That's even that. Damn, that was a real fast orbit. Two of Cups. Don't start playing with me. TT, go and get. Go on, kitty. Love you. And look, that was just the lovers. And I said it was the lovers. It was the lovers, but I meant, and I said Two of Cups. And literally, she left her cup right here, 141. She left her cup right here, Ace of Cups. 143 and 144 and all that other. The Empress. So there has been some metamorphosis, some change, some releasing of the self that is leading you to higher ground, that is leading you to higher perspectives, to peace, to fulfillment, to, I'm hearing a C word, a change, or a chalice. And she just handed me a unicorn hobby horse, a purple unicorn hobby horse. Seven of Wands. Now you're out of the forest and you can see the trees. There's a lot behind this. Knight of Cups. I almost said Knight of Pentacles. Go feed your baby. Hold on a second. I feel like this is significant. She was meowing and was just, but I couldn't really understand her, and I was like, you gotta use your words, baby. But then I used my words and was like, and like read her, and I was like, are you okay? You got a boo-boo. She didn't really have a boo-boo, but she's Kitty Tara right now, so Kitty Tara had a boo-boo. So Kitty Tara needed her boo-boo kissed. So I kissed her boo-boo 323, and then she told me that she needed a big hug, big squeeze, and that's been her thing here recently when she needs regulated. Is big squeeze, big hug, big embrace. Like literally, I'm squeezing her till she's 336, and that reminds me of hugging on my daddy's neck because he used to do that shit, and it was so great. He would tell me, "You hug on my neck," whatever. Anyways, so but that's what she was needing was a regulating hug, And when she got 353, when she got that regulating hook, she said, "Okay, mommy, I can play now." So it's something about that. So we have Seven of Wands, Knight of Cups. Now you're out of the forest and you can see the trees. And because of that, it's like, but this is giving me a masculine energy that's leaving from the forest, like the way it's staged here. It's like he's leaving the forest of doom, okay, and is now going through a portal of change, of metamorphosis. And this blue here with this piece, it's like they're almost matching. It's like leaving from this defensive, leaving from this transformative era, the forest, now coming into to the top of the mountain to this peace, coming in fully transformed. And you see how I'm relaxed, like peaceful, chilling. And I even noticed it in there when I was, the kids had made a motherfucking mess. And I was chill about it. I was like, baby, when you make a mess, you tell me that you make a mess and you clean it up. Like, it's okay to, like, and normally I'm like, bro, you know, because she's been on this kick about spilling shit, and, or not even spilling shit, about pouring shit out, just pouring it out plainly. And it's like, and I was just cool about it. And it was like, and I've even noticed like this morning, like I just been cool as cucumber. Here I am, 1 p.m. doing tarot readings. And it's been a hot minute since I've done this. Like, have I ever done an afternoon tarot reading? I don't know. Yeah, I'm still in my robe, but bitch, I'm dressed. You know? But it's like something so relaxed, so peaceful. Like my energy has changed. The time has changed. The energy of like, there's been a shift, a very visceral shift. 554. 454. 545. Fuck. All of those numbers. 555. Numbers are very significant, apparently. Like, it's like the code. It's like now you see the matrix code. Ace of Wands. Knight of Cups to the Ace of Wands. It's like you got your spunk back. Like you're ready now. Like there's like the seeds that you planted, all those Ace of Cups. Like those seeds that you planted all those years ago, all that time ago, is now coming to fruition, coming like full circle. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. Like, that's beautiful. This is like action oriented and very fulfilling. Like, this is very fulfilling. And we've already had the Earth Chalice and the Air Chalice come out in the dragon wisdom with the dragon. So it's giving like air and earth here with death and peace right here, the color of the cards. And that's given like now it's ascended. Like your, if I'm gonna relate those to like your mind and your body, like something about like your the physical and the spiritual has elevated. And now because the physical and the spiritual has elevated, now it's like it's translating into this earthly realm, into this physical realm. What's this Knight of Cups? Who's this Knight of Cups? That's, it's funny that these two come out together because I saw them together earlier. It's the Lover, Six of Swords. So this is someone who has made the choice to move on from someplace where things weren't growing, or someplace where it was difficult to grow, like a place, like all I can see is like I said, the Knight of Pentacles traveling through a forest, and now they've like over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. And it's like this bridge, this is the portal. Like instead of over the bridge, it's through the bridge. And it's like they've made the choice now. And I feel like it's like moving on in love to love. What's this lovers? Because now I'm like, because we got lovers, Ace of Cups. That's giving me a, but see, if we're talking about Paul and Grace, they have transitioned. He has transitioned into that next layer down the river Styx, taking action down that river Styx to go be reunited with their love, right? Grace and Paul both. But it's given me the energy of someone in the physical realm is also doing that. What's the Seven of Wands? Like they're leaving from this defensiveness. They've put their shield down. And now they're ready to like open up and love. What's the Seven of Wands? Seven of Pentacles, Two of Swords. See, exactly that. And you notice how it didn't exactly want to come out. The Magician. Because they're like, this is something that they're still actively manifesting. They're still actively working their way out of this tunnel. Even more. Three of Swords. Four of Swords. They're having to work through, like, put to rest some heartbreaks that they've endured from the past before they can fully commit, before they can fully come in. Let's go to another one, because this shit is juicy. Okay, this is like part 7. High Priestess, Hanged Man. This person might have had to kind of get some shit together, do some literally getting your shit together, honestly. Just like, I had shit I had to do around the house. I had to get do some stuff for the babies and yada yada yada. So, Ten of Cups, like it's literally given like preparative energy. Okay. What I was really 3-3. Thank you for reminding me too and keeping me on track. I wanted to know what the Seven of Wands was outside of what I just physically channeled. Like the things that it's like obligations. We're making them obligations, responsibilities, confirmation, responsibilities. We're making them defensive. What's the Seven of Wands? The world. Well, whatever it is, it's done. 111. Done come to a completion. Anything else on that? Children are definitely a factor. 121. Two of Wands. It's like they now know. Seven of Wands, Two of Wands. They've um Five of Wands. That internal conflict or just conflict in general. It's like that's been resolved. The world. And now they feel free enough to move forward mentally, physically, and emotionally to take action towards you, towards love. The Lovers, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, King of Swords. It's like their vision is clear now. That's what I just said that. They're clear now. What about this King? I hope you saw that. King of Cups came out hot and is laying now on top of the Ace of Cups as he's drinking the Ace of Cups. I said 223 and 222. I said that they were emotionally and mentally clear to now move forward in love with love. Miss Empress, as you popped out. 234. Five of Swords. I wasn't going to take it because my hand stopped. Empress. I called you and you came. Santa Muerta. The death card. Actually, yeah, she's the death card. But it's like this rebirth. I love this shit. Ace of Swords, the sun, and what's behind it? Eight of Swords. It's like now they see the truth of their mental truth, their mental prison. 321. And now it's like they just feel confident enough to move towards you. It's like you have very strong energy, 333. You have very strong energy, transformative energy, and it's like they're willing to transform for you because they know that it's going to be Nine of Cups, fulfilling for them and for you. Queen of Cups. They know you're their match. I saw it right there. The decision is clear. 404, the Emperor. Okay. Now he's standing in his truth and in his power and his, uh, damn, his gun is like blowing in my face, so guns might be significant. But he's got a peg leg. It's like his movement there for a while was stopped or hindered, but he just had to rest and adapt to new circumstances, to a new way of being. He had to allow the metamorphosis to take hold. And there's that fucking, remember, in a couple readings back, I was talking about there's a box, a chest, something that's waiting to be open. And look, there it is, waiting to be open. Two of Swords, the Moon. Maybe you don't see this active decision, like you don't see, maybe there's an element of this that you don't exactly see right now, but you might intuitively feel. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Four of Cups in the reverse. In the upright. It's almost like they had to, and it's funny how they came out over here. It's like this is the past and this is the future. Like the past, present, shit that they're alchemizing, and this is where we're moving towards, like the trajectory. This Four of Pentacles in the reverse, Four of Cups, 4-4, is giving me, it's like they had to let go. They had to let go of opportunities in the past, from the past, that that once had their heart, but turned out to be not so grand, not so. It's like they had to finally let go of all those things that they were holding back, all those people, all those memories, all those hurts, all those. They had to let go of that finally, so that they could accept this new cup. Sandals, flip-flops are so significant. Like the ones that go in between your toes, the one that like Ten of Pentacles. Maybe this has to do with how they thought family was supposed to be. Or it's like they had, like a light needed to be shown on their perception of family, and it turned in the reverse, but it's like a light shown on their perception of family, and clarified the past, but also illuminated the future and illuminated the present. Like it's giving them a way forward. The truth is giving them a way forward. The truth about this Ten of Pentacles, I just keep getting like family beliefs, money, life in general. They see it's something. It's like the light clicked. Six of Wands. What else? King of Wands. It's like they're trying to work up the gumption to come towards you. They have the feelings and whoa, shit. Seven of Pentacles. The Moon. The moon, when it falls on the floor, it's that energy times 4. So it's like they are definitely planning something, planning to come towards you, planning to take action towards you. They just kind of got to move on first, honestly. They want to, for sure. Sun and moon. It's just like they're going through a wee bit of an ego death. Nine of Pentacles. Ten of Wands. It's like they had to identify the burdens before they could, before they could, before they felt confident enough to come to you with a solid offer. Nine of Pentacles. When it falls on that energy, it's that. When it falls on that floor, it's that energy times 4. I mean, you hear how my throat chakra is like acting up? It's like because they see how abundant you are on your own. It's like they see both sides of you. You're abundant on your own, and you're like this ethereal being. And it's like, whoo! Am I ready for all of this? This is Page of Pentacles. So is this really? What can I learn from this? Am I really ready for this? Is this something that I can measure up to? Because I feel it's like the level of. You want what? I'm not. You're not playing in water right now. Your water's in there. Justice. 1 second. We're just gonna leave it right here. Regardless, justice is going to be served. Everybody will get their due and proper. It's just we gotta get through these lessons. We gotta go through the healing first. It's mind healing. Change your perspective. Babies are definitely significant. The veil is down. Now you know. Throat chakra. Wow, what a rodeo. I still feel like there's more to go. Like there's something bubbling and brewing, but I'm kind of also tired. So, I'll let you guys later. I love you. Bye. I love you. Bye.